Hello students. Hello students. Hello students. Am I audible to you? Hello students.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Within 2 minutes we'll start. Earlier meeting recording is still going on, but let it be. After this, I think you have a break. So are you able to see the screen? Friends? Friends? Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we'll start the experiment because
Yes, ma'am.
immediately next I have a 4 o'clock H2 batch presentation. Every Saturday I have a load of 5 or 5.5 hours. Now we have to find out the EDT. Actually, there were some queries from your batch. Those who have the query, any query or dispute, etc., please feel free to discuss it with me. Last week I was on medical leave. Last week because I am suffering from migraine problem as well as vertigo problem. Due to vertigo, I am getting most of the time the giddiness, etc., and heavy weakness is there. So doctor advised me to conduct the classes from home so that in on 11th hours nothing go wrong should go to my health in the college. So I was taking except practical, I was taking all load at from home. So on my behalf, Nagnath sir, Pawar sir, and Gaikwad sir, they took the practical. Maybe few of you were not present, and maybe for that you had some a certain concern. I came to know from my HOD. But believe that hereafter this will not happen. Only if I am on medical leave for one or other reason or some other reason, because I am doing PhD. 1 week I'll be going out for giving Viva to Rajasthan. My university is in Jaipur, Rajasthan. So only in March, somewhere in the last week, I won't be there, but I will adjust my load. And they took the my practical. But in spite of that, if you have any doubt or dispute, please discuss it with me. Feel free to discuss it with me many times, as and when you feel like to, because already we have seen in the human values that the dialogue should be there, then only we will feel comfortable with each other. So instead of giving the dispute or disclosing the dispute with others, always better that if you have any problem, discuss it with the concerned teacher. So, what were your dispute? I would like to know. Please call me after our lecture is over. I will share my phone number anytime, any number of time from 6 to 10 in the evening. So, please feel
Sir,
free.
experiment
It's a
number one.
request. Yes, any problem?
Experiment number one is not completed. I think so.
Huh?
Experiment number one.
Why? It was on Friday or it was on Thursday or Saturday last week timetable?
Thursday. It was
Huh?
on Thursday.
Thursday,
It was on Thursday. It is completed.
It is completed. I came to know. Nagnath sir
It
and
was offline.
Pawar sir took it.
Yes,
Nagnath sir
Nagaraj
and
sir.
Pawar sir took it. They have told me, and also our HOD. They have informed us that they have conducted the
Yes,
practice.
ma'am.
Initially,
नहीं,
Nagnath sir,
ऑनलाइन मोड नॉट completed sir.
huh?
ऑनलाइन मोड में नहीं हुआ.
Nahi, when you have given a choice for offline mode, we are expecting that should come there. But Patil madam has some done some arrangement that is also not known to me also today. Will ask her once this particular period is over, and we'll try to run it online as well as offline as much as possible. Last time it was not done. Sorry, I was on medical leave. It was not my fault, and not neither of Nagnath sir nor of Pawar sir. But for defaulters, we are going to take the extra practical. Maybe if the time permits, offline, or if not online, that time I will call you. That time you attend the practical. Now today we have to determine the hardness of water. Actually, your turn is offline, but because of this situation on 11th hour, we are doing it online. So we have to determine who is your chemistry teacher, who takes your chemistry, Aparna Kulkarni ma'am or Patil ma'am.
Patil ma'am. Patil ma'am. Patil
Patil
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, so Patil ma'am have finished this, or even Aparna madam has
Finished.
finished this hardness of water. So we will not waste much time in it, but I will explain whatever is important. So apparatus, etc. Apparatus, we need watch glass, beaker, volumetric flask, burette, pipette, measuring cylinder, conical flask, etc. Chemical require are zinc sulfate, EDTA, EBT indicator, and the ammonium buffer solution. Now here we have seen that the water sample which gives good lather with the soap solution is a soft water. The water which does not give good lather, face death nahi, that is called as hard water, and which does not give and soap consuming capacity of water is called as hardness of water. These are the three definition. So the water which gives good lather with the soap solution is a soft water. The water which gives curd like precipitate with the soap solution is a hard water, and soap consuming capacity of water is called as the hardness of water. These are the levels of the hardnesses acceptable. So if it is from 0 to 75, it is a soft water without any risk. You can use it for all purposes, that is domestic as well as for various industrial purposes. If it is between 75 to 150, even then you can use it for the domestic and industrial purposes. But if it falls in these two ranges, then with a certain risk you can use it for drinking or domestic purposes, otherwise you cannot use it. So for that we have to carry out the treatment for that. Now you have already studied that we have two types of hardnesses, temporary and permanent. Can anyone define what is temporary hardness? Yes, can anyone define what is temporary hardness? Any?
Hardness caused by carbonates and
Yeah, which can be
bicarbonates,
removed, which
carbonates with
can be
calcium and
removed.
magnesium.
Yeah, carbonates and bicarbonates, which can be removed by mere boiling, is called as temporary hardness, and the hardness due to sulfate, phosphate, nitrates, that is non-carbonate salt, is called as permanent hardness. Now, when you take any water directly from the source, you get total hardness. After determining total hardness, you boil it for certain period, filter it, so temporary hardness get removed, and what is left with the water sample is permanent. So total minus permanent will be temporary. So today we are going to determine that also, total hardness, permanent hardness, and temporary hardness. Here, this is the EDTA, disodium salt. The formula of ethylene diamine is CH2CH2. On both the side NH2 group are there. On both the side NH2 group are there. That both the hydrogen we have replaced by acetic acid group. Acetic acid formula is CH3COH, but here you find that it is CH2COH because valency of carbon should be 4. If you will write CH3 here, it will become 5, and therefore here we have CH2COH, CH2COH. Here also CH2COH, here also CH2COH, but that H from here and H from here we have replaced by sodium. So this particular salt is called as disodium salt of EDTA. Why these sodium ions are there? To replace the calcium and magnesium ion. We have seen, you might have seen in zeolite that the charge on calcium is +2 and magnesium is also +2. So to remove one calcium, we need 2 sodium because charge on sodium is +1. So if we have to replace or exchange plus 1 calcium +2 ion or 1 Mg +2 ion, you need 2 sodium ion, and therefore this H we have replaced it by Na+2 ions, and this is called as disodium salt of EDTA. Now here this is the EDTA. Now when calcium is there in the water, if you add EDTA, it forms the complexes. This is the peculiar structure of the complexes formed. This is called as the metal ion titrant complexes. The whatever solution you take in the burette is called as titrant. Whatever solution you take in the conical flask is called as titer. जे कोनिकल फ्लास्क मध्ये आपण घेतो त्याला आपण टायटर म्हणतो, आणि जे कोनिकल बिकर ब्युरेट मध्ये घेतो त्याला आपण टायट्रंट म्हणतो. सो टुडे टायट्रंट इज EDTA and the titer is the hard water sample or zinc sulfate solution. So now we have to use the Areochrome black tea indicator. Areochrome black tea indicator, either you can use as a powder or you can use the solution of Areochrome black tea indicator, but it is not miscible in water. You have to make the Areochrome black tea indicator in 50% water and 50% alcohol. So 1 gram if you will take, maybe you have to take 5 ml of alcohol, lab solvent, and 5 ml of water, and you have to dissolve it. Otherwise, you can use the powder Areochrome black tea also. Areochrome black tea is indicator, EDTA is titrant, that you have to take it in the burette for all the parts. And both Areochrome black tea and EDTA, they are good complexing agent. They form the complexes with the calcium and magnesium ions, and therefore, by knowing the amount of complexes formed, you can find out the concentration of the hardness. Now, suppose you have imagine that you are performing the experiment. Here, in the conical flask, you have a water containing metal ion. If you put the indicator, the ion indicator, so when you add 2 drops of indicator, immediately it forms MiN minus, that is called as metal ion indicator complex. When you take a water, if you put 2 drops of indicator, then immediately the indicator reacts with metal ion and you get the formation of metal ion indicator complex. These are short lived, that means they are stable only for a shorter period. That means they are stable only for a short period, and therefore it needs to be removed. The titration needs to be continued immediately after it is done. So here they are short-lived and wine red. Wine red means diluted blood-like color is there. They are short-lived, so before they will vanish, that complex will vanish or disappear. You have to start adding EDTA from the burette. This is your metal ion indicator complex, which is wine red. EDTA is colorless. You start adding EDTA. EDTA is stronger than, so EDTA will take place of the indicator and it will form the complexes with metal ion, which is called as metal ion EDTA complex, which is called as metal ion indicator complex. But this indicator is kicked out or recovered during the titration, which is sky blue in color. Therefore, the endpoint is wine red to sky blue. Again, I am telling you, first the complexes are formed with metal ion, which are short-lived and wine red. Then the complex is formed with the EDTA, which is colorless and longer lived. That is, they are stable for a longer period, but they are colorless. But indicator is thrown out in the reaction, which is blue in color when freshly prepared. So the end point is wine red to sky blue. So if this is asked in the subjective question, you have to explain who is the titrant, who is the titer, which is the indicator, which is the titrant, and you have to explain these two reaction and the nature of the complexes. जरा fast होते का माझं? Am I going little fast? Yes.
Little ma'am, yes. जास्ती नाही.
Shall I slow
बहुत ही
down
ज़्यादा फास्ट होता
little?
है.
फास्ट होते खूप. आधीचं कळलंय का परत रिपीट करू? Yes. Have you understood?
एकदम
Earlier,
ma'am, can you explain this only again? हेच परत
only this one. Huh?
and that above complex. Yes.
Okay. So in water, you know that hardness is due to calcium and magnesium ion. So when you put indicator is EBT. Either you use the powder form or you prepare the EBT in the alcohol and water mixture. So 1 gram of EBT powder, you have to dissolve it in 5 ml of alcohol, that is the lab solvent, and 5 ml of tap water. And then you get the liquid indicator. So in the conical flask, we have taken the water sample in which metallic impurities are there due to calcium and magnesium ion. So it will react with that and it form the complexes. Complexes म्हणजे precipitate मिळत नाही, फक्त त्या वॉटरला वाईन रेड कलर येतो. And that wine red indicates that the complexes are formed. Complex is not the PPT, it is just the color given to the water. Water normally is colorless, but when you put 2 drops of the indicator, it becomes wine red. That is because of formation of metal ion indicator complex. They are short-lived. They are short-lived means persist only for few seconds. तर ते पहिले before they will vanish, disappear, we have to start adding EDTA from the burette. EDTA here is called as titrant. This is called as titer. Conical flask मध्ये जे घेतो ते titer. This is called as indicator. So EDTA is powerful, so it will take the place of indicator here and it will form metal ion EDTA complex. What is EDTA role? Titrant. So it is called as metal ion titrant complex. Metal ion titrant complex. This complex is colorless, but you get the indicator recovered. तयार होतो indicator तयार. त्याचा color when it is freshly prepared, it is blue. And therefore you get the end point of the titration wine red to sky blue. पहिले indicator टाकल्यावर wine red येणार आणि नंतर EDTA टाकलं की एका स्टेजला तुम्हाला स्काय ब्लू कलर येईल. त्याचा अर्थ की मेटल आयन EDTA कॉम्प्लेक्सेस तयार झालेत. आता कळलंय का सगळ्यांना? हॅव यू अंडरस्टूड एव्हरीवन? येस? Say something. Have you
Yes,
understood
ma'am.
or no? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now there are 4 parts. First part is you have to prepare the zinc sulfate solution. EDT, we have 8 division in module 1, studying the chemistry. So 8 division, each division we have 3 batches, so total 24 batches. So at least 1 liter EDTA per batch, if we will say. So lab assistant is preparing 24 liter EDTA in one stroke. So it is usually prepared Monday morning, 9 o'clock or 9:30 before the practical begins. So that is to be used till Saturday evening. And that is why the concentration EDTA get decomposed. Whatever the concentration is supposed to be 0.01, it does not remain 0.01 forever. It decreases because of decomposition. And therefore, at the time of experiment, what is the exact concentration we have to find out. That is called as standardization. And for standardization, you have to use some reference solution which is called as zinc sulfate. Zinc sulfate, every batch is supposed to prepare it. Now you are doing it online, so how to prepare it I'll explain. For preparing 0.01 molar zinc sulfate, you have to take 0.718 gram of zinc sulfate in a beaker, add little water, dissolve it, and then transfer it to volumetric flask. Now you are offline online, so I cannot show what is volumetric flask, but after our practical is over, on Google you just see the images of volumetric flask. There are different capacity of volumetric flask. They have the flat bottom and the long neck is there, and in between round shape is there. So flat bottom is there, round is there, it is glass, borosil make glass, and neck part is there. On neck somewhere the marking is there which indicate the capacity of volumetric flask. So here we are using volumetric flask of 250 ml capacity. We will take 0.718 gram of zinc sulfate. We will dissolve it in little water. We will dilute it to 250 ml. And then your 0.01 molar zinc sulfate is ready. First part is ready. Now second part you have to do the standardization. What exact we are doing standardization means at the time of experiment what is the concentration of EDTA. Expected concentration is 0.01 molar, but due to storage it decreases. Due to storage it decreases. So at the time of your practical, if it is on Saturday, it is not surely 0.01, but it is less than 0.01. It may be 0.0096, 0.0098, etc. So what is that? You have to find it out. So you have to use 2 burette. Burette A, you will fill it with EDTA solution, which is there ready, and in burette B, you will fill it with zinc sulfate, which you have prepared it here. A मध्ये EDTA घ्यायचं, B मध्ये झिंक सल्फेट घ्यायचं. And from burette in the conical flask, you take 5 ml zinc sulfate. You will ask me why not pipette? Because burette are more accurate. So take 5 ml of zinc sulfate in the conical flask with the help of burette. Then add 3 ml of buffer solution. This buffer is ammonical buffer. It is prepared from NH4Cl, NH4OH. MCQ थेरीत मध्ये विचारलं जाऊ शकेल क्वेश्चन. बफर इथे आपण वापरतोय तो अमोनिकल बफर आहे, which is alkaline buffer, which is made up of NH4Cl and NH4OH. Because we want the pH of water, or pH of EDTA solution during the zinc sulfate to be alkaline. pH should be 10. झिंक सल्फेट किंवा वॉटर सॅम्पल जे आपण टायट्रेट करतोय कोनिकल फ्लास्क मध्ये त्याचा pH 10 पाहिजे आपल्याला. अँड टू मेंटेन दॅट pH 10 वी हॅव टू ऍड लिटिल बिट अमाउंट ऑफ the buffer solution, but this buffer solution is strong. You cannot use the pipette, so you have to use the measuring cylinder. What is measuring cylinder, how it looks like, that also please see it on the Google. So 3 ml you have to take buffer solution. If you will pipette it out and if it enters in your throat, then your throat will get burned completely and you will not be able to speak for a lifelong, at least for few months or few days. at least after that. It is very strong, so you have to use the measuring cylinder. So you have taken 5 ml zinc sulfate from the burette in a conical flask. You have taken 3 ml buffer solution. You have taken 2 drops of areochrome lactate indicator, and from EDTA you have to go on adding till the color changes wine red to sky blue. Wine red color काय येतोय आपल्याला? Due to what? Why do you get wine red color? Yes. Why do you get wine red color?
Indicator.
Yeah,
Complex.
metal ion indicator complex. It is wine red. Wine red means diluted blood like color. The reading is suppose XML. Same procedure you have to repeat for 3 times and find out the mean. So I will, since you are not performing the experiment, I will give the reading. Here are the calculation for standardization of EDTA. In burette A, you have a EDTA solution 0.01 molar. In the burette B, you have a zinc sulfate which you have prepared on 11th hour. Every batch is supposed to prepare it. Areochrome black tea is the indicator and endpoint is wine red to color sky blue. This already I have explained. The indicator form the complex with metal ion, which is indicator metal ion indicator complex. It is short-lived, stable only for a shorter period, but it is wine red color. Complex म्हणजे precipitate नाही, फक्त पाण्याला wine red color येतो. After that you start adding EDTA, it will turn to metal ion titrant complex. कारण EDTA ला आपण titrant म्हणतो. जे burette मध्ये असतं solution त्याला titrant म्हणायचं. It is more stable, but it is colorless. But indicator is recovered during the titration, and it is sky blue. Therefore, the end point of the titration is wine red to sky blue. Are you with me, everyone? Now write down the reading here: 5, 5.2, 5.4. The 3 readings, since you are not performing, we are supposed to give the reading. Write down here. First reading 5, second 5.2, third 5.2. Suppose take it 5.2. So what is the constant reading?
5.2.
5.2 is your constant reading, which you have to substitute in the calculation. 5, 5.2, 5.2. So constant reading is 5.2. For this part, which is standardization, standardization means to know the exact concentration of EDTA at the time of experiment. You have to use the formula M1V1 is equal to M2V2. Zinc sulfate we have prepared, whose concentration is 0.01. 5 ml you are taking it for titration in the conical flask. So V1 is 5 ml. M2 you have to calculate concentration of EDTA at the time of titration, and V2 is your burette reading, which is 5.2. V2 is your constant burette reading, which is 5.2. So M2 is equal to here. If you will rearrange it, 0.01 into 5 divided by 5.2. Calculate it. How much are you getting? Tell me the value. Kailat ka calculation. Have you understood the calculation? Yes or no? Okay. So what is value of M2 here? 0.01 into 5 divided by 5.2. How much it is? Chalo, speak out fast. Otherwise, I will not be able to complete this experiment. Chala, किती आलं reading? Do the calculation fast. Someone do it.
0.009.
Huh?
0.009.
0.009. Huh? Okay, so the exact molarity is 0.009. आता नाव सेकंड पार्ट पहिला पार्ट आपण झिंक सल्फेट तयार केलं, दुसऱ्या पार्ट मध्ये त्याचं टायट्रेशन केलं, त्याची नॉर्मॅलिटी काढली, दॅट इज 0.009. थर्ड पार्ट मध्ये वी हॅव टू डिटर्मिन द टोटल हार्डनेस. फॉर दिस वी आर युजली टेकिंग द वॉटर सॅम्पल फ्रॉम द वॉशरूम, either from the basin which is there in the ladies washroom or gents washroom to determine the hardness. So we will take the basin water either from ladies or gents toilet, and that will give the total hardness because we have not boiled it. So what you have to do now, again in the burette A, same solution will be there, EDTA. Fill it up to the mark, up to the 0 level, and in the B, instead of zinc sulfate, now wash the burette and take the basin water whose hardness is to be determined. Then add 3 ml buffer solution, ammonical buffer solution to maintain pH 10, and 2 drops of aerochrome black tea indicator. You will get wine red color solution, and start adding EDTA from the burette till you get wine red to sky blue. Take the 3 readings. Find out what is the constant burette reading. प्रोसिजर कळली का या पार्टला? टोटल हार्डनेसला काय घेतलंय आपण? बेसिन वॉटर घेतलेलं आहे टोटल हार्डनेसला. Please answer. If you have not understood, say no. If you have understood, say yes, so that we can save the time. Please, kind request. Chalo.
Yes, ma'am.
So instead of zinc sulfate in B burette, after washing it, we have taken the basin water whose hardness is to be determined. In the A burette, we have taken EDTA. After taking water, we have added the buffer. Which buffer we have taken? What is the name of the buffer? Chalo, speak out fast.
Ammonical.
Ammonical. It is made up of what? It is made up. Any girl, chalo fast, speak out. Kind request, chalo fast. Kind request, chalo fast. Ammonical buffer is made up of what? I will make anyone compulsory otherwise to answer. Rutuja. Ammonical buffer is made up of what? Rutuja. 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 Am I audible to you? Huh? Rutuja. Rutuja. Someone else? Kunal. Rutuja, I am going to mark you absent today. If you are physically attending, no issues in taking your attendance. Rutuja. Rutuja. Rutuja Pardeshi. Am I
Yes,
audible
ma'am.
to you? हा. Ammonical buffer कशापासून तयार केलाय? हा? लक्ष कुठे तुझं? Ammonical buffer. Who will tell me how we are ammonical buffer made up of what? Who will give the answer? Kunal? Kunal?
I'm ammonia and ammonium.
Ammonium chloride and
Nah,
ammonium
nah.
hydroxide. Ammonium
Ma'am,
chloride
ammonium
Hydroxide.
chloride,
Ammonium chloride and
ammonium hydroxide.
concentrated
H4Cl and
ammonia and
ammonium
ammonium chloride.
hydroxide. And then you have to carry out the titration for second part. These are the calculation. This is the standardization point, not 9 is the answer. This is the calculation for second part. For second part, we have again, this is the calculation for first part. Now to find out total hardness. In burette A, we have a EDTA. Burette B, we have a basin water sample. Aerochrome black tea is your indicator, and endpoint is wine red to sky blue. Already the same reaction I have explained you. Now observation table. Here for total hardness reading is, consider that 3, 3.2, 3.2. 3, 3.2, 3.2. So what is the constant burette reading?
3.2.
3.2. Okay. Now understand the calculation. 1 mole, the reactivity of 1 mole is equivalent to 1 mole of Ca or Mg plus 2 ion is equal to 1 mole of CaCO3 equivalent hardness. This is practically proven. So no explanation is required. We have to accept it as it is. But what is 1 mole of CaCO3? 1 mole of CaCO3 is 100 gram of CaCO3. Understand, again I am going to ask the question to anyone. So 1 mole of CaCO3 is nothing but 100 gram of CaCO3, and 1 mole of EDTA is nothing but 1 liter 1 molar EDTA. 1 mole of EDTA is nothing but 1 liter 1 molar EDTA. 1 liter means 1000 ml. 1 liter means 1000 ml, and here we have 100 gram of CaCO3. Because 1 mole of CaCO3 is 100 gram. What is 100? What is 100? In hardness calculation, you have learned it. What is 100? It is the molecular weight of CaCO3. It is the molecular weight of CaCO3. So this equation will become 1 liter means 1000 ml. 1 molar will be equivalent to 100 gram of CaCO3. So 1 ml will be correspond to how much? 1000 का हमने 1 किया. Here it is gram. How many milligram it will be? 100 gram will be, we have to convert it in milligram because milligram per liter is hardness, ppm. 100 gram. How many milligram? मिलीग्राम मध्ये कन्वर्ट करायला कशाने मल्टिप्लाय करणार?
10.
Yes, 10 raised to
10
3.
raised to minus
1000.
10 raised to 3.
So 10 raised to 2 into 10 raised to 3 means what?
10 raised to 5.
10 raised to 5.
5.
हाँ, अरे साधं मॅथ्स आहे बेटा, त्याच्यात केमिस्ट्री नाहीये. 10 raised to 2 into 10 raised to 3 किती होतं?
10 raised to 5.
10 raised to
हा,
5.
मग इथे आपण 1000 वरनं 1 ला आणलेलं आहे म्हणून 10 raised to 5 ला पण 1000 नी डिवाइड करायचं. इथे आपण डिवाइड केले म्हणून इथे डिवाइड करा. 10 raised to 5 divided by 10 raised to 3 किती राहिलं?
10 raised to
10 raised to 2.
10 raised to
10
2,
raised to
but
2.
unit will be milligram. हा, इथे 1000 नी डिवाइड केलं, so here we have divided. Now here instead of 1 molar we want 0.01 molar. तर 1 ला कितीने डिवाइड केलं तर तुम्हाला 0.01 मिळेल. 10 ने केलं का मिळेल का 100 ने केलं तर मिळेल
100.
100. तर त्या 100 मिलीग्राम जे आन्सर होतं त्याला परत 100 नी डिवाइड करायचं म्हणजे आन्सर काय येईल?
1 milligram.
1 मिलीग्राम. कळलं का हे कन्वर्जन? हा,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
ओके.
Yes, ma'am.
Now your YML is 3.2. 3.2. Molarity is what? 0.0099. You have given me this molarity. This 0.009. Huh? So Y is your 3.2. Do the calculation. Give me the answer. Fatafat. 3.2 into 0.009 into 1 cross multiplication divided by 0.01. This multiplied by this divided by this. What is the answer? I'll repeat. Do it fast. 3.2 into 0.009 divided by 0.01.
2.88.
2.88. That is your A milligram.
2.8.
Hardness. 2.88 is present in how many water sample? How much water sample you have taken for titration? How much water sample you have taken for titration? किती घेतलंय पाणी आपण? 5 ml. So in 5 ml
5
2.8.
ml.
हा, 5 ml मध्ये 2.88 impurity आहे. तर 1 लिटर मध्ये किती? So you have to multiply it by 200. 2.88 into 200. In 5 ml it is 2.88. So in 1000 it is 200 APPM. Milligram per liter means ppm. How much is 200 into 2.88?
576.
That is your
576.
total hardness. 576 is your total hardness. कळते का? बरोबर आहेत का कॅल्क्युलेशन?
हो.
2.88 आलं का याचा आन्सर?
हो.
ओके. सो
Yes.
हा झाला तुमचा टोटल हार्डनेस. मग आपल्याला आता परमनंट काढायचा आहे तर काय करणार तुम्ही? तिसरा पार्ट होता, आपण पहिला पार्ट झिंक सल्फेट तयार
Total
केला.
minus
पार्ट
temporary is permanent.
हा, दुसरा पार्ट म्हणजे आपण स्टँडर्डायझेशन केलं, ईडीटीएचं कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन पाहिलं. तिसरा पार्ट म्हणजे आपण टोटल हार्डनेस कॅल्क्युलेट केला. फोर्थ part is we have to determine the permanent hardness. So the same basin water you boil it for 10 to 15 minutes and filter it with the help by using filter paper. So temporary hardness is removed. So what that filter water you have to take to find out the permanent hardness. That filter water you have to take to find out the permanent hardness. So again in burette A, your EDTA will be there. Burette B, your filtered water, boiled and filtered water will be there. You have to take 5 ml in the conical flask, 3 ml buffer. Buffer made up of what? Buffer made up of what? Chalo,
NH4Cl and NH4OH.
OH.
Ammonium hydroxide and ammonium
To
chloride.
maintain pH 10. Buffer is added to maintain pH 10 and 2 drops of areochrome black tea indicator. Then you have to add EDTA till the color changes wine red to sky blue and red let the burette reading is Z. For standardization it was X, for total hardness it was Y, and for permanent hardness it is Z. So now we will do the calculation of permanent hardness. We will do the calculation of permanent hardness. Total hardness we have done, which was how much it was? Permanent hardness. Yes. Total hardness, how much it was? 560.
576.
576.
Yeah. Now temporary permanent hardness तसंच calculate करायचं आहे. Burette A, you have EDTA. Burette B, you have water, filtered boiled water. Here it should be burette B. Indicator areochrome black tea. Endpoint wine red to sky blue. Again same reaction I have explained you. Now here for the permanent water, take the reading 1.5, 1.7, 1.7. 1.5, 1.7, 1.7. So what is the constant reading? What is the constant
1.7.
reading?
1.7.
Yes,
1.7.
1.7.
1.7.
Okay, so now here the same calculation you have to do. Z is 1.7. This is your 0.009. Divided by 0.01. Find out what is the answer. Chalo. किती आहे ते answer? Z is 1.7. M is 0.009 into 1 divided by 0.01. Give me the answer fast. That will be your B milligram. It is present in 5 ml. A was 2.88. Like that, what is B? What is B?
1.53.
1.53. So 5 ml.
1.53.
Okay, so 1.53 is present. I am believing on your calculation. You have to check it because you have to write the experiment. I will share the Google form by Monday. You have to write only the observation, calculation and question answer, and you have to submit it in a given period. By Monday, I will post it for this experiment. You have to do all observation, calculation. That time already I have given you the readings. For standardization, it was 5, 5.2, 5.2. For the total hardness, it was 3, 3.2, 3.2. And for permanent hardness, it is 1.5, 1.7, and 1.7. So please note it down. So what is B you said? How much is B? How much is B?
1.53.
1 point. Chalo.
1.53.
Okay, it is present in 5 ml. So in 1 liter, how much it will be? 1.53 into 200. 1.53 into 200. How much it is?
306.
300 ppm. So you are now this table.
306.
300 kiti hai?
306.
6.
Okay, 306. Now then this is the result table. Strength means concentration. Here you have calculated 0.009. 99 molar. What was total hardness? How much was total hardness?
576.
576. What is permanent hardness after boiling?
306.
306. This was 5. 5. What was the value here?
576.
576 and here 306. So 576 minus 306, you will have temporary hardness. Is it clear?
270.
Huh? Okay. So this is about the experiment. You just go through it. Whatever you have not understood, please ask me offline. It depends on situation, but presently we will take all the experiment till the situation persists, same situation persists. Even we'll have all the experiment offline only. Please go through it. If you want, I will scroll, write down the reading for hardness, for first hardness, for strength. It was 5, 5.2, 5.2. Second, it was, yes,
3, 3.2, 3.2.
3.2, 3.2. Third, it was
1.5,
1.5,
1.7,
1.7,
1.7.
1.7.
okay. What is temporary hardness? Have you
Hardness
calculated?
caused by carbon.
Have you
70.
calculated?
270.
270.
270. Okay.
Can you
So
repeat
write
the
down the
readings of
result.
third one?
Write down the result.
Ma'am,
Yes.
can you repeat the readings of the third one?
1.5, 1.7, 1.7.
पहला वाला 5, 5.2, 5.2. Second वाला 3, 3.2, 3.2. Third वाला 1.5, 1.7, 1.7. Huh?
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, where do we have to submit the first experiment?
I will share the Google form through your Google mail ID, official mail ID. You have to submit it after writing the answer to all. Huh?
But ma'am, first experiment is not completed fully.
No,
Means
first
we had
it was not completed, but those who have completed, they will share the results with you. And if the time permits, at last we will take that experiment. I'm not saying that we will not take the experiment. So I explained this. Now I will share the attendance sheet to you. I will share the attendance sheet to you. Our batch was from when to when it was 2:45, na? Okay.
240.
If you have any query, please ask me. After 5 minutes, I will share the attendance sheet.
मैम जर्नल मिलने वाला है कि सिर्फ गूगल फॉर्म में अपलोड करना है रीडिंग?
हाँ,
जर्नल मिलने वाला है कि सिर्फ गूगल फॉर्म पे अपलोड करना है मतलब?
we are ready. We are ready to provide it. We are ready to we are ready to do it. Now I am getting the message that screen sharing is stopped. I do not know why it is stopped. I have to take the attendance. Okay, I will take the attendance orally. I have got all the numbers there in front of me. Screen sharing is stopped. Can anyone have any solution for this? Can you activate the screen sharing so that I will share the attendance sheet? Do you know anyone technically about it? Huh?
and to stop screen sharing and again start screen sharing. It will start.
What happened? Yes.
You have to stop the screen sharing. There is a button in red color, stop sharing, and again share the screen.
No,
So it will start.
I'm not sharing anything presently. I'm not sharing presently anything.
Then
Okay.
start sharing now.
हाँ ma'am, start sharing.
Earlier you want me to stop sharing, na? Okay. Okay, now I will check. Thank you, brothers. Thank you, friends. Where is attendance? Ek minute, attendance. No, it is not giving the attendance. Your screen sharing is paused. I'm getting the message. What may be the reason? It is paused. I'm getting the result. Yes, those who have not performed, they submit it. Later on, we will take the defaulter batch. In that defaulter batch, they will perform the experiment. Okay, I'll take the attendance of K2 batch manually. I'll mark you present. In the next lecture, I will share that time. Again, I'll be there. Don't leave the class. Only 18 are there. What is the roll number? Starting roll number? K2 batch.
25. 25.
25.
Okay, 25, are you present?
Yes,
25,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
26, I will take the screenshot also.
Present,
26,
ma'am.
25, I am not
Present,
finding.
ma'am.
25, I am
Ma'am,
not
teachers
able to
obey.
see.
Ma'am,
20,
teachers obey. 25.
okay, 26 is there. 27,
Present, ma'am.
come on the screen so that I will. 27,
Present, ma'am.
28,
Present, ma'am.
29,
Present, ma'am.
30, 30, absent. 31,
Present, ma'am.
32, 32, absent. 33, 33, absent. 34,
Present, ma'am.
35,
Present, ma'am.
36,
Present, ma'am.
37,
Present, ma'am.
38, absent. 39, absent. 40, 40, 40, absent. 41,
Present, ma'am.
42,
Present, ma'am.
43,
Present, ma'am.
44,
Present, ma'am.
45. Who is
Present, ma'am.
44? Who is 44? Who is 44?
Ma'am. Present.
Name?
Parimal Kodape.
Okay, 45,
Present, ma'am.
46,
Present, ma'am.
47, absent. 48, which is the last number? Which is the last number?
48.
Huh?
48, ma'am.
48,
48.
absent, 48. So absent number are 30, 32, 33, 30, नंतर 38, 39, 40, 47 and 48. Huh?
30 present, ma'am.
30 present. Why you are not given the attendance then?
ते आवाज bottom आवाज आला नसेल, ma'am.
Okay. Have you really understood the experiment? Now I cannot share anything, but I will share the Google form on the WhatsApp group. Please make a group K2 and include me so that I can send everything related to the practical, every updates related to practical as well as human value session. Okay. So I'll
Ma'am,
take a
can you
leave.
please send your
Yes.
number?
Do you have any query, Tejas?
Your number, ma'am. Your number.
Huh?
Can you please send your number? Mobile number.
Yeah, okay. In chat box, okay. I will send my mobile number also and the mail ID also. 98500. This is my WhatsApp number, as well as please feel free to call me 6 to 10 anytime, any number of time. It's a request to all. Don't keep any doubt in the mind. get them solved immediately on the same day. If you will forget in the next day, etc., I will write down my mail ID also. So if you have to submit the assignment of human values in future, if the lockdown condition, this type of condition persists, then somewhere you preserve the my mail ID also. And every submission you have to do it from your official mail ID only. manasi@viit.ac.in. If you have no queries, can I leave the meeting? Can I end up the meeting?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. All
Okay,
the
ma'am.
best. Okay. Have a good
Thank
day.
you, ma'am.
Thank you all.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you all my friends. Chalo, girls and boys.